of you, and you will be able to finish off. Now you have Saturday and Sunday to finish off your chapter Mother Bear's Call. Clear? Now coming on to the next chapter called MORA. All of you open your books to the chapter called MORA. MORA, the 10th chapter. And it is on page number 66. Mr. D'Souza is your new neighbor. He's a wildlife photographer. He invites you for dinner and flaunts his rare collection of feathers, elephant tusks, and tiger skin. You sense that he might have been involved in some illegal activity, like poaching. What will you do? Discuss in pairs. You can choose one of these points. Now, firstly, let me tell you the storyline begins when they are telling you that there's a person in your neighbor called Mr. D'Souza. Now, he's a wildlife photographer and he has a good collection of feathers, elephant tusk, that is the uh, long teeth, that white long teeth of the elephant is known as elephant tusk, and he has tiger skin. Now, seeing all that, you get a notion that maybe he's a poacher. Now, who's a poacher? The one who kills. A hunter is called a poacher. So, the hunting of animals is called poaching. So, now you think that maybe he's involved into poaching. So, these are the points out of which what will you do? Will you stay out of this matter? Or will you get information on poaching from the internet and talk to your parents and teachers? Or you will shout at him and start fighting on the spot? Or you will reach out to someone online who can help and educate you? Or collect more facts from Mr. D'Souza and then understand what actually happened? So, according to me, I think the last point I'll do, collect more facts from Mr. D'Souza and then understand what actually happened. And then I will take this point and maybe the second one, get more information on poaching from the internet and talk to your parents and teachers. These are the 2 points which I'll take action as on Mr. D'Souza if I think he's a poacher. Okay. So now coming on to the new lesson, MORA, and I would like you all to please write down the word meanings of this particular chapter. Okay. So we begin. I am Mora, a jungle baby. My father gave me the nickname Patchy. So now, this little baby elephant, can you see the picture of the baby elephant? He's saying, I'm Mora. That is, this story is based on this baby elephant. And his father had earlier named him Patchy. Okay? My mother took good care of me. When I was born, she trumpeted to let the jungle know. Now, we all know that the sound made by the elephant is a trumpet. So once he was born, the mother had trumpeted so high in such a loud way that the jungle came to know about it. Here, the entire jungle was aware.
इंग्लिश लिटरेचर नहीं इनकी हो चुकी है स्टार्ट बहुत देर हो गई है परेशानी हो जाती है तो
जरवेश जरवेश मुझे तुम्हारे घर की कहानी नहीं सुननी है. Switch off your mic right now. The very first lesson was about and when I grew bigger, she was my teacher. So it was the mother who was teaching the kid as well. The very first lesson was about mice. Now, the first lesson which the child, this baby elephant, Mora, got was about the mice. Underline the first lesson, underline about mice. Mother saw a mouse washing his face, and she cried, Look out, Patchy! He will run into your tender nose with his scratchy little feet. So now the first warning and the first lesson was given to him by his mother when he was near the water pool or a water body, and there came a mouse washing his face next to him. So mother saw the mouse and she cried out that Patty, be careful, otherwise this small little creature might go into your nose and with its scratchy feet it might harm you. Am I clear till here? With her little scratchy feet. As she saw him come very near me, she cried, "Run, save yourself." I saw him then and I just got away in time. So, the first lesson which this little baby elephant got was about this mouse who had come very near, very close to him, and his mother told him to be careful, otherwise, he might hurt himself. Please switch off your mic. Please do not open your mics. Next time, if you open, I will remove you. So it was then that the mother had said to run and save yourself, and that baby elephant called Mora must have ran. The next thing I learned was, now underline next thing, that is the second lesson I learned was how to drink water. I swung my long nose up and down and low. The water came up my trunk. So now the second lesson which this baby elephant Mora learned was how to drink water. Then I learned how to have a shower. Underline the third lesson. The third lesson was that how he could take a shower bath. That means filling the water in the trunk and then sprinkling it all over his body. Okay, this is the way the elephants take a bath. So it was taught to him by his mother. Now, washing oneself on the outside is like washing oneself inside. Please know it, this line is very important. It is saying that, like washing yourself from outside, by showering the water, the elephant was able to wash himself outside. Now, it is as neat, as hygienic as washing yourself from inside. Now, how is it being washed from inside? Because the trunk takes in water. That means the inside part of the trunk takes the water. So even the inside of the trunk is getting cleaned up. So it was not just the outside parts of the body which were clean, but also the inside once it took the water in the trunk and then showered. So it made the trunk from inside also clean and outside when he sprinkled the water on its body. So the showering made it clean from outside as well. So it seemed to me, because I use the same long nose to drink water and to throw water all over my body. Anyhow, one of the best tricks I learned was to swing my long nose up and down. So now they are saying that the best thing this baby elephant could learn was to clean up the inside by taking the water and then by also holding it and throwing it on the other side on his own self. Then it is saying that it also learned how to move and roll its trunk up and down. So this long nose, which is a trunk of an elephant, he learned all these things through experience and through his mother, who was a teacher to him. Then came the most difficult lesson of all. I learned about creatures called elephant hunters. Now, the next lesson, the fourth lesson he learned was when his mother told him about the elephant hunters. Okay, do you know what elephant hunters do in the jungle? Obviously, they must be hunting animals, they must be hunting the elephants. They catch baby elephants and take them far, far away from their mothers and fathers. If there's a breeze in the jungle, our elephant tribe can smell those monsters and we run away and hide. But if there is no breeze, these cunning monsters take baby elephants by surprise. So now this little baby is telling the experiences, sharing his experience with you all and saying, you see, these elephant hunters, they are like monsters. They take the elephants, they catch hold of them, and they take the elephant far, far away from their parents and from their tribe. That means the elephants live in herds, they live in groups. So these poachers or these elephant hunters, they trap the elephant and take the elephant far away from their group. And he also says that these monsters, as they approach, if the breeze is good, the elephants smell the danger and they run away. If the breeze is in the proper direction. But supposing on a particular day when the breeze is not so strong and they do not get a hint that the poachers have arrived, that is the difficult time when they face the difficulty and they are trapped by the poachers. That means they are not able to run away. Purvi Saxena, Purvi Saxena, talk to me right now. अभी खोलो अपना माइक, खुला ही हुआ है तुम्हारा माइक. Purvi Saxena, can you hear me? Children, when the class is over, you can tell Purvi Saxena to learn how to close her mic. Okay? Because she is the one who's disturbing you for this class quite often. You all must have seen. While I'm explaining, I'm stopping only because of her. Next, one day I was eating dinner with my father and mother. I heard a branch break and looked up. And who do you think was there? A strange creature. He stood on only two legs, and his forepaws were high up, were high up in the air, holding a long steel trunk. It seemed to me that he had taken off his trunk and now held it in his paws to hit me with. His face was the color of father's pink tongue, and he had a basket like thing on his head. I was surprised that he was riding on a member of our tribe. Now, this paragraph is very important. Why? Because it is telling the first time live experience of the baby elephant with a human being. So now he saw the human being for the first time. And while he was eating dinner with his father and mother, that is the father elephant and the mother elephant, he heard a branch breaking up. And when he looked up, he saw a strange creature. Now, who this strange creature was, he was standing on his two legs. Now, this was a real surprise. Why? Because the elephants move on all fours. So when he saw the one creature standing on just two legs, and his four paws were high up in the air. Now, the four legs, that means the hands, were high up in the air, and it was like a trunk he was holding in a steel trunk he was holding. What do you think that steel trunk was that he was holding?
Ma'am, a
Any idea?
shotgun.
Not a
Gun.
shot, a rifle maybe. Okay, because only a rifle is which is long and it's like a trunk. Okay, shotgun is a pistol. Okay, so it's a steel trunk. He's calling it a trunk. Why? Because he had never seen a rifle in his life, and he thought that okay, just like I have a trunk on my nose, it is stuck. But these creatures, they can take away their tongue. Sorry, they can take away their nose or a trunk and hold it in their hand. And it was like this, as if he was going to hurt this baby elephant with the he held in his paws, that means in his hands. His face was the color of father's pink tongue. Now he says that the creature, that the human being, was of which color? The color of the tongue of his father. And he had a basket like thing in his head. Now, what was that? It was a, what was it? It was maybe the hat he was wearing. The man must be wearing a hat. And the baby elephant was very surprised that he was riding one of the members of his own tribe. That means that hunter was riding what? An elephant only. So the baby elephant was very surprised ki how come one of my tribe members is holding him and carrying him all along. Clear till here? Why is our cousin giving him a ride? Now he's saying, why is this another elephant? He's calling that other elephant his cousin, saying, why is he giving him a ride? Traitor to our tribe, said father. Now the father said, he's a traitor. Ye gaddar hai hamari tribe ka. Come along, mother said. That's an elephant hunter. Hurry. Now, mother knew that it's a elephant hunter who has come to hunt animals. So, mother says, ki, come on, let's hurry up and leave the place. I screamed and ran as fast as I could. So, on hearing what mother said, the baby elephant, Mora, it started running. But I had eaten an enormous dinner, so I got stuck between two trees. Now, since this baby elephant had eaten a huge dinner, so his body got stuck between the two trees. Okay, and Ridhima, Ridhima Singh, switch off. You all don't listen. So it got stuck. Now, mother, I squealed. Now, the baby elephant squealed. That means it shouted in a painful, sorrowful cry. Ki, Mama, see, I'm stuck. My mother ran back and saw my plight. And the mother elephant, she ran and she heard the uh, problem which the baby elephant was facing. She butted into me. That means she gave a push to the baby elephant. It hurt dreadfully, and it was very hurting when the mother pushed. Okay, bing, she crashed into me. Now she pushed in a soft manner, but it was still hurting. But my body was still stuck between the two trees. Then father came and bang, he bashed into mother, and bang, mother bashed into me and pushed right through. I fell on my nose. So now they are telling you the pushing movement. Now the mother came, and since the baby elephant had enormous dinner, its tummy was full and it got stuck between the two trees. It was the mother who waited and she pushed the elephant. Now, while she was pushing, the pushing is called as bing. That means it was a softer push. But since it could not move the baby elephant away from those trees, and the baby elephant was still stuck among those two trees, between those two trees, so father came for help and he gave a big push, referred as bang. Now he banged the mother, and the mother banged over the child, and then the baby elephant, he came out of the uh, uh, between the two trees where he was stuck, and he fell right on head over heels. उसकी वो नाक के बल गिर पड़ा. Okay, and it was then that he came out of the two trees. Okay, turned a somersault and began to run. Now he had a somersault. That means he turned over. पूरा घूम गया, जिसे कहते हैं ना कलाबाजी खाना. In that way he turned and rolled on, and then he started to running. Mother was behind me and kept up my courage with soft, tender words. Go on, my son, quick. I could not hear father's footsteps. I wanted to look back, but mother urged me on. So now, while they were running, he could hear his mother was kept on telling him that, okay, come on, quick, son, make it, run fast. But he could not hear his father's footsteps, and he wanted to turn back and look where his father was, but the mother kept on telling him to keep running. Clear till here, children? I hope the lesson is
Yes,
clear till
ma'am.
here. We'll stop here for today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll stop here for today. And in our next class, we will take up the remaining part.